Hello, this is Greg Berg with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District, giving you the weekly conservation update. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about was the DNR safety training classes that are upcoming. A few different offerings as well as a few different locations. So the ATV safety field class will be offered on Sauk Center on May 5th at 2 p.m. Will also be offered May 18th, a Saturday at 8:30 a.m. in Albany on August 10th on a Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and September 8th, a Sunday at 2 p.m. And then there's also a firearms safety class that is scheduled for August 17th, a Saturday, that's the field portion at 9 a.m. and a snowmobile safety field class, which is a ways away, but it's January 11th, 2025 at 8 a.m. You can find all of these offerings on the Minnesota DNR website if you go to DNR Safety Training Classes. The next thing I'd like to talk to you about is timing is everything with runoff from fields. And runoff from fields reduces farm productivity. It may impact water quality and could contribute to fish kills, especially when manure is applied improperly or close to precipitation events. So these are some general tips. Ensure that the manure is applied more than 300 feet from features including lakes, streams, open tile inlets, sinkholes, water supply wells, mines and quarries, intermittent streams, drainage ditches, or public water wetlands. You can also choose the flattest fields that are located the farthest from the sensitive features that were mentioned. You can use resources from the University of Minnesota to ensure proper manure application rates. There's a lot of information on their website. Control manure applications before, during precipitation events, to minimize runoff. And check Minnesota Department of Agricultural's Runoff Risk Advisory Forecast tool for runoff predictions to help decide the best day to apply manure. Very helpful tool. So weather does matter. Risk of runoff is highest when manure is applied on bare, frozen, and or snow-covered ground, and rain is forecasted within 5 days, or temperatures are predicted to be high enough to cause snowmelt. Which in general, it doesn't seem we have a lot to worry about with snowmelt this year. But the rest of it, I'm sure we could be getting some rain here in the near future, especially with this warm-up, and it could impact that runoff. The last thing that I wanted to talk to you about today in the conservation update is the Irrigators Clinic to be held on March 28th. This is an annual event, and the Irrigators Clinic will be held in Alexandria from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the administration building. The event is free to attend, and a complimentary meal is provided, but pre-registration is necessary for an accurate meal count, and you're not guaranteed a meal without an RSVP. Registration is due by March 14th, and you can find the information on the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District website. This event is for anyone who is actively engaged in irrigation on agricultural lands and is also interested in soil health, permits, regulations, and research. There's a great lineup of speakers that is committed to participate in this event from the University of Minnesota, Minnesota DNR, RD, Offutt Farms, Centra Soda, Irrigation Association of Minnesota, and the Minnesota Department of Agriculture. The topics that will be covered as far as irrigation and cover cropping, irrigation technology advances, Minnesota DNR rules and regulations, nitrogen and irrigation studies, well interference concerns, and irrigation program updates. You can look up the entire list of speakers and topics on that Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District website. CEUs will be offered for certified crop advisors for this event. The event is sponsored by Pro Ag Farmers Co-op, Bonanza Valley State Bank, Earth Scout, West Central Irrigation, Grand Irrigation, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Climac Brothers Well Drilling, NutriDrip Irrigation Systems, Trout Wells, Chippewa Valley Ethanol, Eagle Bank, Modern Farm Equipment, Glenwood State Bank, and Belgrade Co-op. So as you can see, there's a lot of interest from people to sponsor this and get involved. And the event is organized by the Stearns, Pope, Swift, Candy, Ojai, and Douglas Soil and Water Conservation Districts in conjunction with the Minnesota Department of Agriculture and the University of Minnesota. So again, that's the Irrigators Clinic to be held on March 8th in Alexandria from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You need to RSVP if you want a meal by March 14th, and all of that information is on our website at the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District. Again, this is Greg Berg giving you the weekly conservation update. Have a great week.